We're live.
Boys, we're rolling. We're rolling. Christmas rolling on a Christmas episode.
We're here.
Of Three Brothers Talking.
We're here. And when you're here, you're family.
Exactly. And, well, this is really a holidays episode of Three Brothers Talking because, and that's not because we're afraid to say Merry Christmas, obviously.
I'll say it right now.
I ain't afraid. I'll say it.
I ain't afraid.
It's more like we're just not probably going to record any in the next few weeks because as we record it, today is what, the 20th? December 20th?
It is. It's a Sunday night.
In my
12/20/2020.
My goodness, I'm looking at me in the webcam, and I've got some hair going on right now. That's because my wife and I are exiting quarantine.
Oh man, we should have had a whole episode on how David did.
Yeah.
We could make a cool podcast. Like every podcast does that. Like I had it and I survived.
I could have done like a 14-day podcast.
You should have done a documentary.
You should have vlogged. Like
you should have vlogged every day.
I should have.
I don't want to eat today. I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Here's me sleeping for 14 hours.
Here's me sleeping. Here's me sleeping some more. Yeah.
Here's me sticking myself, prepping for the vaccine.
That's right. But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing this December 20th and a few days before Christmas. And that means that this is a Christmas episode, which we started last year.
Dude, we need a Christmas chime, like a Christmas intro, by the way.
I could just
like music.
I'll just like take the one we have and just like get some recordings of jingle bells and just,
some bells.
Exactly.
Overlay
some bells on it.
Yeah.
But last year we did Slapshot Regatta on Christmas episode, which was, if you're new, Slapshot Regatta is where we just ask each other questions that none of us have seen before.
It's a wild hit.
So that we do not know really how the other persons plural will respond.
People's.
That's the whole point. Also, by the way, I think this is episode 50. Christmas special episode 50.
Man, look at that.
Wow.
We timed that perfectly. We planned that out years in advance. No.
Yes, we did. We were holding episodes back. Now we can really get moving because we were trying to get 50 on for a Christmas set.
We've actually already got episodes 51 to 60 some recorded.
We've just been holding them. They're going to be wildly out of history.
Yeah. We just misjudged how many we would get before that. Exactly. None of those were very good. We kept on recording episodes and we're like, no, that's not good enough to be Christmas. Mm-hmm. That's not good enough to be number 50. So we just kept on pushing them off. But yeah, we got the Slapshot Regatta episode 50. I'm David, by the way.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Jeremy. And
here we are. After we get through the Slapshot here, we will we'll maybe talk about some other stuff, but some other lessons looking back from the year. Maybe we'll touch on that really quick. But this is normally just a fun episode, and unfortunately, I don't get to join you guys in enjoying any beverages tonight. I've held off on that the whole time of the last 2 weeks. Actually,
oh really? Wow.
I have.
Well, then you need one now.
Well, I think I will. This week I'll be good enough. I don't know. And truth be told, I would have been fine probably the whole time. I never. This is by no means a statement on that whole bug that's going around. It's by no means a commentary on that. I also didn't take any medicine or anything. I just kind of wrote it out, and it wasn't that bad, thankfully, for Rachel and I. But anyway, I have not had any of that. And right before we had to go into quarantine and everything, I had just purchased a bottle of Basil Hayden's, which came recommended to me many times. And so I bought this bottle kind of at the end of the year. I tend to buy a nicer bottle for myself once a year as just a yearly tradition.
You did it. Another year.
And so I never had Basil Hayden's, and I bought some, and then I didn't get to enjoy it really. So that'll be enjoyed this week probably. But do you guys have anything special, or just the usual for you guys tonight?
The usual.
Yeah.
I have bullet.
Yeah, I'm doing the
Bullet
still
for
working
days.
on the Cleveland Underground bourbon. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Andrew, you just had that South Pole Elf from Platform Brewing.
I did.
Right?
And Kaylee got me it's like a 12 like mix pack. So it was the South Pole Ale from Platform, and it was I forget the other one, but it was like a hoppy IPA paired with it. Which I actually think I like that one more.
Okay.
Just because obviously you get a whole bunch of Christmas ales this time of year, so it's a little more different. And I can only have so much of the like when they get super kind of malty and all that, but yeah,
that's my favorite ones. But
yeah,
anyway,
Christmas beers are the best beers. We'll just admit that.
Other than
They're my
Oktoberfest, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like, I go Oktoberfest.
Over the whole, I'd rather have Christmas stuff than Oktoberfest stuff.
It's a fair competition, I think. Like, I think it's, I don't know. I'd lean towards Oktoberfest.
October. Yeah.
Although one of my favorite beers of all time is Christmas Ale from Great Lakes. Very good.
Yes.
So
very good
stuff.
Anyway, here we go. Who wants to start it off?
Oh.
Mine wasn't that bad. Mine's like a more wading into the pond.
Wade us in, Jeremy.
All right. Would you rather have a cat or a dog or a hamster if you're getting another pet?
Definitely not a hamster.
Yeah. I
would rather have I don't have any pets, but we would rather get a cat, probably.
Oh, you would.
I would rather get a dog if the dog is previously trained, or it's like a breed that is trained easily, and then I could get it professionally trained. I'm all about well-trained dogs. So
David's not about a lot of work with the dog.
Exactly. I'm just all about the dog that like the dog that the old man has that like just sits next to him all day, you know? And like that's
Tenny's texting me right now.
Go get you an old dog.
That being said,
exactly.
Yeah, get an old
I don't
dog.
mind that. So
yeah.
But yeah, we would be probably cat if we were gonna get a pet.
All right, Andrew,
I'm
you're
a
up.
dog all the way. Kaylee would agree. She would not. Kaylee is allergic to cats, so and
There you go.
neither of us like them either. So we would
get another
have
dog.
Are you guys gonna get another dog? You think while you still have Lucy?
Not as long as we're in this
Yeah, at
house.
some point we've talked about, because Lucy's a black lab, so we'd potentially get a yellow lab.
Got to balance out the colors, you know.
Yeah, either
Get
yellow
all the
or
colors.
I really like the chocolate brown labs too. So
No, that's like basically the
too
same
close,
color.
Andrew.
Yeah,
yeah,
yin and yang going on.
Gosh.
yeah. So we'll see.
You need a Siberian dog too. Really balance it out.
Jeremy, what about you guys? I mean,
We would go with another dog. I'm done with cats. Like, there's no way. Like, and Faith is going to listen to this and be like, man, Jeremy, your cat's like, they were both up here. But
We see
I would not
pictures
have
of
another
Jeremy
cat.
cuddling
I would have
with his
another
cats
dog.
all the time. So.
it's true.
They just come up to me just because I feed them
Yeah,
and take out their poop.
you're the provider.
So I'm their favorite.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way it works. Just like everything else in the world.
Okay.
You clean up after them, they love you.
All right. Well, we've waded into the pool. Andrew,
I feel
you got
weighted
one?
in.
I do not.
All right.
Oh, God.
Here's a game of word association. So just like the first word or few words that come to your mind. These is kind of the theme I had when I was thinking of these prompts for this year. So number one, what do you think of when you hear Mark Driscoll?
Ooh. Jeremy.
First words. You just have to react. Just go.
First words, I would probably say yelling.
Yelling.
The first word was like I was just thinking like energy or
Raw energy.
yeah.
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 Pure masculine energy. That's what you're
Did
thinking.
you listen?
Yeah.
David, how about you? Well, I guess you've had time to think about it, so you can't really do a gut reaction.
I would think of like when I think of Mark Driscoll, I think of it's a shame because I think of like who he is now and some of the stuff he teaches now compared that he used to.
Did
And
you
I also
listen to
just
the
think
Crowder
like
thing?
I also just think he's kind of angry a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had that interview. I don't know. I didn't
I
watch
didn't get
all
to
of
watch that. Yeah.
I watched like 5 minutes and then I forgot about it till just now.
Yeah.
So
it. Okay. All right.
So I guess my word association is actually Crowder
There you go.
at this moment.
All right. I've got another one.
All right.
Okay.
Unprecedented.
I just think of this whole time for 2020.
It really is an unprecedented time, isn't it, Ange?
That's like the literal. It like kind of is like it grinds my teeth a little bit.
It's too on the nose.
Yeah.
It's too on the nose.
Well, like it's just one of those phrases that, like, at this point, I think it basically means nothing because it's so,
Overused.
It's just been used for the entirety of the year.
I think every commercial
Yeah,
has that this whole year, every commercial that's been produced has like made reference to it.
Yeah.
You could be like buying dog food and they're like, in this unprecedented year, make sure your
and
dog has the good food.
For me, like I work for a very large company, and like so we get like all the corporate, like update emails of like, hey, checking in on employee morale, and every one of them.
in these
Every other day
unprecedented
that's
times.
in the inbox is like, unprecedented times that we're facing. Yeah.
Hey, did you know?
I'll be honest.
Did you know it's
none of our
unprecedented?
emails, guys, at my company, none of our emails have said that at all.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's surprising given who I work for.
Yeah. That's the difference, man.
Not been mentioned once.
All right. Jeremy, you got another,
You have any more words?
question, Jeremy?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is your most pleasant surprise in 2020?
That's a good one.
Thanks.
Most pleasant surprise. We got to go fast because it's Slapshot Regatta. I don't know. My most pleasant surprise, like, I would say that like my work has been really good this year. Also, I became an elder this year, and that was a surprise. I'll go with that. I should have gone with that first.
That's cool.
Should have gone with that first.
Yeah, you should have. I kind of like put that on the tee for you, David. I was like, David, here's this.
Yeah, like it was right there the whole time. So yeah, and that was a surprise. I wasn't, in many ways, I wasn't planning on that in this year, but yeah. And I'd say it's pleasant.
Yeah.
It immediately crushes you with responsibility, but it's pleasant.
I was thinking me having this whole like kind of flexible work arrangement has like, I thought it would be going into it. I thought it would be kind of like distracting and challenging and, like it wouldn't be as efficient and everything, but really it's kind of unlocked a whole lot more time to actually dedicate to work because I can like get started earlier and stuff. And then it's also given me a whole lot more time with like seeing the kids and, not having that commute and all that. So that's been one thing that's been pleasant. And our company has decided like that's probably something that's going to go, permanently into the future too. So hopefully that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy, what was your most pleasant surprise this year? Jeremy's trying not to sneeze on camera.
Yeah, I was like,
no,
you're holding something
one
in.
of our dogs just came over and let out a massive smell.
Wow.
So, like, they came over to have this with me, and dang, it smells. I don't know.
And
the
you
most,
want another
the most
one.
pleasant.
And you want another one?
I think the most pleasant surprise was actually getting to know my neighbors a lot more this year. Just because last year we didn't have the opportunity, given like, I don't know, just life, I guess.
Just because you weren't as friendly.
Yeah. But like getting to meet like the neighbors and getting to hang out with them a lot more and Mike and getting to play with the kids has been super great. That and a few opportunities I've had at church I wasn't expecting to get, which has been humbling and exciting. And
the time with your neighbors has been unprecedented.
Amen.
Yeah.
It's been an unprecedented moment of being able to actually make friends with people. I mean, I'm going to put a caveat that we stayed 6 feet apart and yada yada. So you have to do that.
Yeah.
Getting to know
I
my
never shook
neighbors from
anyone's
6
hand.
feet apart. People were worried, Jeremy. People were worried.
Oh, I know you both were.
Yeah.
I can see it in your eyes. But But yeah, that's been it.
Okay. All right. Word association.
Andrew, have you had one yet? Do you have any, Andrew, by the way?
Nothing written down.
I think, by the way, this is a repeat from last year.
I think Andrew did nothing
Yeah.
last year.
I was
David
going
and I
to
are
come to
carrying the
this
pod.
and just bounce off of you guys, and then
That's
Okay.
fine. Someone has to bounce.
I'm going to have one, so
Let me know if you bounce here.
yeah.
All
If you
right.
bounce off, go for it.
Word association with Young, Restless, and Reformed. That's 3 words, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna go probably
Mark Driscoll.
Yeah, Driscoll.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was gonna probably
other
go
than
with, Mark
other than
Driscoll.
just saying Mark Driscoll,
Oh.
Mars Hill.
Marcel. Yeah.
That's a deal. I was like, I feel like that's a cop out.
Still Mark Driscoll.
Matt Chandler. Yeah. I think of like,
Cigars.
yeah, like this weird emphasis on a cultural movement inside of
Yeah.
it, and like the coolness of it. And I think about how that's faded away at this point.
Mhm.
And now I feel like we just have a lot of confused, half reformed people that are no longer that young, but still probably pretty restless.
Middle-aged, restless, and reformed.
Middle-aged, restless, and question mark reformed. Like,
Yeah, I would probably go. That's probably closer to
I
that.
just yeah, I was like, I
accuracy.
just picture like a concert worship scene.
yeah,
Yeah.
I picture like a concert, the Gospel Coalition scene.
Mm-hmm.
TGC.
Yeah, or like T4G. Yeah. Okay. How about word association with Hillsong?
Justin Bieber.
That's a good one.
I just think oohs and ahs. Or
Oohs and ahs. I was gonna say high school.
Oceans.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
high school for me.
That works too.
I would have
Choruses
the
and
same
bridges.
answer if you asked me like Yellowcard or like House of Heroes or other random bands. I would have the same.
That's
High
what-
school.
bridges for days.
Oh man. Yes, I'm gonna bounce off David's question.
Okay.
Dave, everywhere you go, there are bridges.
Everywhere you go, there are bridges. Bridges are everywhere.
I'm gonna bridge off David.
Okay.
All right. Best emo band.
Oh.
Ooh.
Speaking of high school and Yellowcard and all them.
Yeah, I was a big Yellowcard guy.
Yep.
You guys know that.
I was listening to some yesterday, and I tried to explain
Yeah.
to Rachel how much it meant. You know,
To me or to you?
to all of us.
Yeah, I was like, I was
To
huge
everyone.
on them.
I will listen to those emo, feeling emo might delete things, and I know every word to every song. If it's like, wow, you are
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird. They're so good.
My favorite band in that genre. I'm gonna forget one, and it'll drive me crazy.
Jeremy,
One
you were Dashboard Confessional. weren't you?
Dashboard Confessional. Oh yes.
Yeah, dude, I was hardcore. I was also older than all you
Yeah.
guys, so I was more in the high school and everything started, or junior high. You know, I was in the emo stages of like my life development while emo was getting big.
Um,
I don't know. I was listening to Hawthorne Heights the other day. They're pretty
Hawthorne
solid
Heights
again.
is really good. One band that I like a lot now, just like as far as bands still making music, I'll answer because yours more about like back in the day. But there's a band now called Tiny Moving Parts that's really good.
I always forget about them. By
Very
the way,
good.
every time I feel like I text you every few days, like, hey, that one band, the
Yeah,
emo
what was
band
that? What's
makes
that? What do
music
they
now.
call it again?
So now I can go back to this episode, episode 50,
Yeah.
our
emo,
big
the
episode.
emo band still going.
Yeah.
Tiny
strong.
moving parts. Gosh.
Goodness, Yellowcard probably. I'm looking at like the number of songs in my library, and Yellowcard would
Mhm.
have the most. Like I have the most songs
Yeah.
by them
Mm-hmm.
in my library.
Probably Yellowcard or Dashboard for me would probably be the two.
Taking
big
Back
ones.
Sunday.
Just from like quantity.
Taking Back Sunday is really good.
Taking Back Sunday, man. It was
Um,
really good. How does it feel to be a ghost?
Yeah,
David?
Hawthorne Heights is up there as well. So
Yeah. And then
Hawthorne Heights is still pretty good.
Yeah.
They just made a new album like a few years ago.
Chasing
It's still
Victory, also very good.
good. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory. Oh my goodness, Sticks.
Oh yeah, did like that.
What was that album
I
called?
choose
Sticks
my-
and Stones. Is that what that was called?
Six
Yeah.
and Stones, man. My Friends Over You is like the head
Yeah.
of the year.
That's right.
What was the one? Oh, the one like teenage isn't it like something with boys like girls or?
Oh yeah. They were like
Boys Like Girls.
They were like, literally the name of the band.
Yeah, they were the ones that like every girl loved in like
I was
middle school. Yeah,
they were super soft and
yeah.
Okay.
They wouldn't be these manly men that everyone has now.
Exactly. All right. Here's one more word for you. Target.
My wife.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna just say red card. Let's go with red card.
Yeah,
red card.
Yep.
The red card bill. That's what I think of.
Charge it. Just charge it.
The 5% off that I get with that red card?
Yeah,
it's basically tax.
You're making money.
It's even less
you're making
than tax.
money on this.
You're losing money if you don't buy it from there, David.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing that has been revealed big time this year in an unprecedented way.
Oh.
What, the red card?
Well, just
or
like
just Target
those, like all the because like I'm at home, so I see all of the boxes show up on a daily basis from Amazon and Target and everywhere else. So, yeah. But we're still on a budget.
Yeah.
It's still good. I love you, babe.
On a budget.
Good.
We're good.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's on a budget. It just depends how much is broken or not, right?
Well, you just realize like
plan.
how much actual, like you have some room that you've actually built into your budget, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Margin.
Well, Jeremy, you got any other questions?
I mean, mine was the next one. I have two. We'll go with who would win in a fight, Batman or Captain America?
Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America for sure.
He literally punched his face through. That's it.
Batman's like the best strategist ever.
Just literally, he would punch him right in the face.
All right.
Just literally.
Right. Okay, that's fine. I would agree with that, but I just was asking the question.
Just asking.
Just asking. It just came to me.
Okay. Get us
I have one
your
more,
last question.
It's kind of a transition to maybe some other discussion.
Okay.
It has to do with something that happened today. Who will win the CFP this year?
Oh,
there's a.
that's college. That's college football playoff for those not initiated.
I wanted to make it sound cooler.
At the time of this recording, we just got the teams announced. We're fresh off of that.
I'm pretty down on our chances.
You think so?
I think it's tough to win when you've only played this few games. You had this little practice, and Alabama and Clemson are both really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see it. I want to be pleasantly surprised, but I can't agree with
like
that.
they have the talent, but the ups and downs have definitely shown some things that I think David's point hits on it where like if you have a 10-11 game season, you have a lot more ironed out by that point versus where Ohio State's at currently, I think. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I hope Ohio State.
I think that if we would have had a full season, I would feel much differently about it.
You just don't have enough. Or at least you don't have enough sample size.
A few more games. We haven't had enough opportunity to really we've had a few tough games.
I was also on this. Yeah, I was on this topic. I wanted to bring up with you guys. I was really, I was kind of upset that they ended up in the final rankings. They ended up putting Oklahoma on that 6th line. Not that
I didn't see the
5th
rankings.
and 6th places mean anything anymore, but instead of putting Cincinnati in that 6th spot, they put Oklahoma just because they won their championship game. But they're a 2-loss team that barely won the Big 12 championship.
Yeah,
and
Big 12's
you had
trash.
Cincinnati who won their conference title. They're undefeated, and it's like I was texting. I was like, this just proves that without expansion, a non-Power 5 school has literally zero chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. They never will.
Yeah, no matter what you do, you without expansion, you are not going to be in the playoff of 4.
Okay, I've got one last question. Well, 2, but one of them is a more serious question that we'll end on before we get into the bonus material. But first, what is your favorite I don't think we've asked this before. What's your favorite sports movie?
Ooh, I like overall, I would probably pick the Miracle.
I thought you were going to say Miracle.
I love watching that movie. It gives me chills still, but that one. Besides that, trying to think of a football one.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, I mean you can pick
Remember
that one for
Titans is
sure.
good.
We Are Marshall's pretty good too, but
I think I only saw that once, and I don't know, maybe I just didn't love it. I don't know why, but Remember the Titans would be mine. Jeremy's, I thought, is going to be Any Given Sunday or The Replacements. Those are my picks for Jeremy.
So I was going to go with I have a few. So if I want a basketball, obviously it's Hoosiers.
Oh, I forgot about Hoosiers.
And it's serious. I'll watch Hoosiers. It's good.
It is good.
61's a fantastic movie. It's old. It's about Roger Maris, who beat Babe Ruth's record, was the first season that for home runs was the first year they had like the extended, they had a longer season.
Okay.
So he's the first asterisk. Very good movie. I watched it with Kevin Heller a long time ago.
Shout out.
I've only seen it like twice, but it's really good. So other than that though, The Replacements, it's got some content in it. But man, it's got it's a very
quality movie. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about that the other day.
People.
And you can't knock it because it's got Keanu Reeves in it.
Shane Falco went to Ohio State.
Whoa. Shane Falco.
Messed up in the Rose Bowl.
That's right. Okay.
I do like Keanu Reeves,
Good
man.
hit, Shane.
I can dig some Keanu Reeves.
Good hit.
Yes, I love that episode.
That episode
on
It's
three.
not an
Or
episode,
scene.
Jeremy.
It's a movie.
That too. It's a movie. The scene.
Yeah. Okay. Good answers. All right. So one last thing to wrap up this portion quickly is you look back over this year. What do you think of when you look back over this year? My first answer. Go ahead.
I was going to say this unprecedented year.
Unprecedented year. Yeah. My answer is
I'm going to say unprecedented.
that this year, God has really shown to me how faithful he is. Mm-hmm. And he has shown me how impatient I am. I feel like I've recognized that more. And I've learned I need to be, his faithfulness is real and it's present and it's purposeful, whether it's in my work or my family, his work in me, his work in other people. But that patience, I need to be more patient because the problem is not God's work or God's faithfulness. The problem is normally my frustration and impatience is often what's going on. And I feel like going into next year that has really, it's already started to color the way I relate to other people, the way that I'm better at serving other people and just doing it a lot less impatiently and frenetically, and instead just hopefully some of those good old man vibes of patience and maturity and stability going into all that. So that's what I think about.
I think the two things stick out, which I think we already talked a little bit about in a previous episode, but
shout out to our other episode.
The one thing that's revealed in me was because I've had additional time at home and with my kids and being, parent, having the additional time to, be parenting with them, in the home with us. But how much between me and Kaylee, how much I still have some pride to root out in my parenting and how much that led to kind of almost a keep score attitude. When it comes to the parenting aspect of things and how, it would be there'd be times where almost competition, it would go back and forth and, it would lead to, a lot of not necessary confrontation between me and Kaylee. And then part of that too, as I look ahead to next year and has, I reflect back is, God revealing to me that hey, this is an ample opportunity and more time that you need to invest in actually the relationship with Kaylee, like on us just individually on top of our parenting, and not just focusing on the kids and not just focusing on like all the tasks that need to be done throughout the day, and like you're running a race, but taking the time to slow down and realize that I need to invest in our relationship between each other even more. So those are like the two things, I guess.
Very good.
Yeah. But
Jeremy?
All right, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm checking in with my wife on how our 5-month-old is doing at the moment, seeing if I needed to
so
step up.
selfish.
unacceptable.
So, this year I think that to your point, I think I've noticed more than anything is I am far more selfish than I thought I was. Also, I thought I was farther along, I think, than I thought I was.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I thought I had certain things figured out. But more so than anything is more the fact of I had it figured out my own way of doing it. It didn't actually require any kind of, especially semblance of faith in any regard. I think that's the biggest thing is like, granted, we've been very blessed and I don't really have any fear about where our next meal is going to come from, but just the ramifications of everything else going on, like there might not be toilet paper, thing like that. I never thought that was a fear I never have in my life. Or something like that.
We should have played that with the word association game.
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
But so I think that's one thing that Faith and I have talked a little bit more about this year, and trying to really see what we do to not like to kind of not require faith, if that makes sense. Like, what do we do to kind of like jump in front of letting God move than anything else? So we really don't have to follow Proverbs 3 of trusting God.
Yeah, like what safeguards?
That's something
what safeguards you put up? Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, yeah, and just fill in the blank of like, I'm much more confident and comfortable because I have these things. But like a lot of this year, a lot of that stuff has been stripped away, not just because of COVID, but just life circumstances.
Oh, he said the word.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Gosh, unprecedented. Can we just the unprecedented virus, pandemic, or whatever you're going to call it?
Can we title this the unprecedented episode?
Unprecedented
50th episode.
Yeah, that's right.
Extravaganza.
That's good.
So I think that's it. I think those things, more so than anything else. And I hope that that's something I was listening to Martin Lloyd-Jones talking about how, look for areas where you're falling away from more self-reliance. And that's really where you have more growth than anywhere else in your life.
Yeah.
Which is both encouraging and humbling and exhausting simultaneously. Martin Lloyd-Jones is a pretty solid dude. Should listen to him or read him.
Nice guy.
Real class act.
Yeah. Well, we did it, guys. That's a Christmas episode, I think.
I don't
think we even talked about Christmas.
Yeah, I guess.
It's coming up.
What makes something a Christmas episode, though? Like, I mean, like,
Jesus.
just like in TV shows, there's like a Christmas episode where I guess like they're at a Christmas party.
We need to fade into like David telling the Christmas story like Linus, and then it'd be okay then.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love like the Christmas episodes of The Office or Psych or something, but ultimately they're kind of always just episodes with some Christmas references put in, you know?
Yeah. So,
Merry Christmas, and that makes it an episode. I don't know.
Man, now they can't listen to us in July because it'd be like, oh man.
Yeah.
Of course, we say Christmas, I don't know how many times. And 50.
I don't even
you need 50 coins.
Yeah. So that's a question to ponder, is what makes something an actual Christmas episode? Because even all those dumb Christmas movies on Netflix or whatever on Hallmark,
they just put a tree in there.
Most of those are just like they're all a really simple plot. And then like, it happens to happen in December.
It happens to happen in December.
It's a winter movie that happens to be around December 25th.
You could do the same plot in like May, and it would largely be the same.
And like 75% of them are like someone in a career goes back to their hometown.
Yes. Yeah. People either
and they find
people either leave a big city to a small town, or they leave a small town to a big city.
Yeah.
And that is how they find love.
It's all
Or
about
it's like a long-lost twin.
No matter what career you want to plug in, they take a break and they go back to wherever they were from, and then
they rediscover the true meaning.
And then
of
they
life.
either fall in love or they discover how they've messed things up or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Boom.
Christmas.
I could write movies.
We watched White Christmas last night. Actually, it's a good one. I could never appreciate it until I got married. Faith has helped me appreciate
what
it.
movie?
But White Christmas. But I still will mock the snow song no matter
Did you
what.
watch?
Just
Isn't
'cause
that
it's
thing
hilarious.
isn't that thing like really long?
No,
It's only 2
no,
hours.
it's like a regular movie.
No.
Not
it's
really a
not that
fan.
much longer. I
Not
thought it
really a
was
fan
longer.
though, personally. But
Well, she enjoys it, so we enjoy
that's
it.
right. Next year for Christmas,
enjoy
we're
it.
going to recommend that you buy our Three Brothers memoir book.
We should do Three Brothers memoir and a Three Brothers Christmas
It'll
movie.
definitely be out by next year.
We could make a movie about it.
Well,
about writing the book.
For episode 50, we'll be signing off, and we'll be coming back at you with some bonus material that we're going to record next. So,
It's definitely going to be good.
yeah, not really Christmassy at all. More football-y than Christmas,
Yeah.
one might say. But until then, thanks for listening to the Christmas episode, number 50.
Merry Christmas to
And-
everybody.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
to all,
To all, and all a good night.
I feel like we should say, and God is good all the time.
And all the time, Merry Christmas.
It's unprecedented how well we sign off our podcast.
This has really been an unprecedented sign-off for an unprecedented podcast in an unprecedented year.
No.
So everybody go get some toilet paper and have a good Christmas. We did it.